Now, the seeds of mistrust have been sown, says Germany's Angela Merkel, within 24 hours of her awkward conversation with Barack Obama over reports that US intelligence may have intercepted her phone conversations. It's emerged that no fewer than 35 world leaders may have suffered the same fate. EU leaders meeting in Brussels have agreed to seek a joint understanding with the US over its intelligence gathering operations by the end of the year. But as Inigo Gilmore reports, David Cameron found himself in a trickier position.
The allegations keep on coming. This week, Angela Merkel reacted with fury following suggestions that her mobile phone had been monitored by the US National Security Agency. Now it's emerged that no fewer than 35 world leaders may have had their calls listened to by Washington. At the moment, we don't know who they are. Neither do they. But the revelation is likely to cause concern among leaders past and present. This confidential memo from 2006, leaked by whistleblower Edward Snowden and published in today's Guardian, shows that the NSA was given 200 phone numbers by a US government official. The lines were then monitored. The spying revelations have overshadowed this week's EU summit in Brussels. No wonder the Belgian Prime Minister was looking a tad nervous on the blower. Angela Merkel has demanded action from President Obama, not just apologetic words. Both Germany and France have summoned their respective US ambassadors over the allegations. And if reports are to be believed, Frau Merkel gave the president a rather stern dressing down. Last night, EU leaders issued a joint statement expressing deep concern over American spying, with Germany pushing for a new understanding with a country long considered a close friend.
I can only say that among allies, among friends, close allies, after all, we served in a joint mission in Afghanistan. Our soldiers have died in the same battles that we waged together. When you share these experiences, just as you share values, then you should have assurances that you're not under this kind of surveillance.
The row has left David Cameron in an awkward position. Reminder that he's often on the edge of the EU's inner circle. He backed last night's joint statement, but Britain's cosy relationship with the United States has put him under the spotlight. It's no secret that our own intelligence agencies have closely cooperated with the Americans in recent years, raising questions over how much Britain knew about the monitoring of world leaders' phones. David Cameron today refused to comment on any involvement by British intelligence, except to say that it operated within the proper legal framework. He did, however, have a message for Edward Snowden.
What Snowden is doing, and to an extent what the newspapers are doing in helping him doing what he's doing, is frankly signalling to people who mean to do us harm how to evade and avoid intelligence and surveillance and other techniques. The first priority of a Prime Minister is to help try and keep your country safe. And that means not having some la-di-da, airy-fairy view about what this all means.
But there's nothing airy-fairy about Britain's intelligence sharing with the United States. The two countries are bound by agreements that go back many years. And some experts believe that the Americans, while tapping the phones of world leaders, would have received help from Britain if they were visiting here.
The mobile phone companies provide an intercept capability. My expectation is that the link back to America would be entirely automatic under the agreements that we have with the United States.
And Vice President of the United States.
For President Obama, the row has been deeply embarrassing, another blow to his prestige as well as the United States. At a time when America is having enough trouble dealing with its enemies, it finds itself having to patch things up with its friends.
Please have a seat, everybody.